ML Sports Platter is back with you. It's all over Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. You can download and subscribe. Leave feedback and a 5-star review. That stuff helps an awful, awful lot. We are brought to you by Empower Federal Credit Union, the Allen Angus Pub, and our great friends at Bradley's Jewelers. You can log on to bradleysjewelers.com today. And of course, shop the showcase. We're also supported by Angela Pudney of Howard Hanna Real Estate. She is the official realtor of the ML Sports Platter. If you're in and around Central New York, you're buying and selling a home, absolutely, positively go with Angela Pudney. So, as you can hear in the background, you're going to hear some noise on this podcast. I'm getting a bunch of things done in the house I live in. We don't own the house, but we're getting all these things done. The bathroom is getting done, and rooms are being changed and this and that. So when I run the Roomba, I have to run the Roomba and literally close the door to the other side where the bathroom is getting worked on. And I do my podcast a lot of times. If I'm alone, I'll do my podcast in the main room. So hopefully you can hear a little bit better and a little bit clearer now that I got out of the other room with the Roomba. I wanted to spend, I don't know how much time on Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills quarterback. I think when you look at year two, and I know expectations are extremely, extremely high for this guy. I realize that there's a lot of things going on in his head probably to try and take that next leap. I realize that there's a lot of different things that, are going to be expected of him from the fan base based on last year. And, look, does he have to work on completion percentage? Of course he does. Does he have to work on other mechanical things? Of course he does. Does he have to, continue and try to be the leader of this ball club? Of course. The thing is, I think the potential is certainly there. I was a fan of Josh Allen's at Wyoming. I actually personally think that there's too much being made of completion percentage in the NFL. Do you remember what Brett Favre had for completion percentage? Do you remember what Joe Montana had at Notre Dame? Do you remember what Terry Bradshaw had at Louisiana Tech? Go look up the numbers. They will frighten you with how ridiculously bad completion percentage was for a lot of these quarterbacks. And so for me, I'm looking at this thing with an open mind. I don't think that it's that big of a deal if Josh Allen has an okay completion percentage as a young quarterback. I just don't care. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I would also tell you that I think Josh Allen, with the right pieces around him, and they certainly added Mitch Morse, they added John Brown, they added, Cole Beasley, they added a bunch of guys. I mean, I think that the guys they added, it's really a good thing. It's a terrific thing for this football team because, look, if you have Sam Darnold, if you have Josh Allen, if you have Josh Rosen, the Dolphins are maybe counting on him. And I think it's going to be a very intriguing division moving forward. The team that gets, the most out of their quarterbacks and can take over the AFC East. I think it's going to be a big, big deal. And, from my vantage point, and again, I'm not a football whiz. I'm not a football, czar. I don't know as much as a lot of people have forgotten. I still like Josh Allen. I like the chip on the shoulder thing, and I just think he has a chance to do something really, really special in Buffalo. I mean, he has embraced the culture. He has embraced the fan base. He has embraced Bills Mafia on social media. This guy is a freaking fun dude. And if you watch the embedded videos online, which I would suggest you to watch them, whether you're a Bills fan or not, this guy really, really gets it. He's a phenomenal, phenomenal talent. He can be coached. He can improve the things he's not that great at. And he has a wonderful opportunity in front of him to be the leader of the Buffalo Bills, to be the quarterback of the future, to be the first guy that they can count on at QB since Jim Kelly. This is an absolutely great chance for Josh Allen to kick ass and take names. And to see the franchise go out and get a lot of help with the salary cap, being wide open, right? They have so much cap space. They were able to go out and get a speedster in John Brown. They got Cole Beasley. They get Mitch Morse. They go get Spencer Long. They go out and draft people, Dawson Knox. And, I know Croft is out here for a little bit here, the former Bengal tight end, but he'll be in there eventually. They're going to makeshift. They went out and got Cody Ford. I mean, I love Cody Ford. I loved me some Cody Ford at Oklahoma. This guy is a big house who can move and he can block better in run protection than pass protection. But, man, the potential's incredible. They needed a mountain of a man to put right there at the offensive line, and they did it with Cody Ford. This team has outrageous potential. It really does. And it starts with the quarterback. There's no other way to say it. And I really, really hope that Josh Allen, because, look, I'm a Bills fan. I really hope that Josh Allen gets it done. I really do. This guy has been so far, just an absolute treat. He's been great. And I think when you look at just the pizzazz and the tenacity of Josh Allen, I mean, this guy has proved that he's not really afraid of anything also. He also plays with that chip on his shoulder because, Wyoming apparently, settled on Josh Allen. They wanted Eric Dungy. Eric Dungy gets swooped in by Syracuse and Scott Schaefer. Next thing you know, voila, Josh Allen is at Wyoming. Those are the things that have taken place. He has a chip on his shoulder, and I love that. He had a pretty good rookie year.
Tumbling reception downfield, Logan Thomas. Make a play up the field. There's the play action. Allen's looking to the other side. He goes to the other side. It's complete. Inside the 25-yard line. It's Charles Clay, who was quiet last week. Second down, he looks to the near sideline. And he's going long. He goes inside the 25. Zay Jones has it. 27-yard gain is the longest run of the season. With the play clock at 10. Off the play, Big Allen in front. To the outside, he has DeMarco, and DeMarco makes the catch. And he gets up and gets inside the 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Pressure's coming. He steps out and he'll go. And he's tripped up at the 6-yard line. Down makes the tackle. Third down, Allen to throw. Steps up to the pocket. Middle of the field, and a diving attempt by Robert Foster. It's a completed pass to the 32-yard line.
To hit the backfield. 2nd and 9 from inside the 10. As Allen looks, takes off. He can run with it. Allen reaches for the pylon. They're talking it over, but what an effort by Allen.
Fantastic effort, and I'm telling
Allen 3 wides. Allen. Now he's going down the field. He's got a man wide open, and it's a touchdown for the Bills. They did it. Jason Kroom. There was no one in that secondary at all, Tony, to your point.
Anthony Barr coming up the middle, free safety, gotta get it go.
Allen steps up. Jumps over the defenders to pick up the first. 2nd and 17. It's away from him, trying to anyway. Oh, finds Ivory. No. Now there's some players down at the 10. Tries to split him, and he's down to the 5.
I mean, those highlights, that was the Chargers and the Vikings from the first couple of games of the year, CBS on the audio courtesy. I mean, the guy was a marvel, I thought, in 2019. I thought he was fantastic. And, I'm hoping that he only gets better. I'm hoping that Josh Allen can learn a little bit more of the offense, learn a little bit more of the playbook, can be, the guy that the Bills can count on for the long haul. Because if he is that guy who they can count on for the long haul, this is going to be a really, 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 really outstanding opportunity. Again, I just think this guy, and that's kind of the point of this podcast, this guy just simply has the opportunity right in front of him to dominate. He has an opportunity in front of him owning Buffalo, owning, the city, embracing Bills Mafia. He has that opportunity in front of him, right in front of his eyes. He's got the opportunity. I mean, there's no other way to kind of say it. I mean, and you know what? The same goes for Sam Darnold. The same goes for Josh Rosen if they get their opportunities. It's the same exact thing for those guys as well. And Josh Allen, I watched, as I record this morning, I watched a video on Instagram of him showing up to training camp and all that. And, he's fired up. He's ready to go. And you've got some major depth in the backfield now. You've got Frank Gore. You've got LaShawn McCoy, who, who knows how much he has left in the tank. You have an opportunity with Devin Singletary. I mean, how high did the Bills think of him? They picked him in the third round. He's a running back, I mean, there's some major people who think this guy's going to be an absolute star in the NFL. Then you look at the depth at a bunch of other positions. That's what the Bills were trying to do, building forward, building pieces moving forward. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to build building blocks and layers and all the rest so that they can help Josh Allen. They can help Josh Allen be the guy, be the quarterback, be the leader. It's another year in the Brian Daboll offensive system. What is that going to mean? What is that going to do? Hopefully it does a lot. Brian Daboll's a very, very smart man. He comes from the Nick Saban tree in Alabama. This guy and his innovative play calls and some of the things that we saw last year, he's already shown that he can do some major things with this roster, with this offensive team. And it's a very, very large opportunity for Josh Allen. I mean, if you look around the National Football League, right, at guys who have the biggest opportunities, right, no matter what the position is, isn't Josh Allen on the short list? I think he is. I mean, let's face facts. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, and this is in no particular order. Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. I would probably say Le'Veon Bell in New York with the Jets as well, because that's, a new opportunity. Antonio Brown, without a doubt. That's another opportunity. I think you've got a really, really strong case for, when you go out to the NFC West, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, who's coming back from the injury, but he's got an opportunity to play for a gold standard franchise in the 49ers and bring history back from the Montana Rice, Taylor, Bill Walsh, Ronnie Lott days. He has an opportunity to be the next golden child of the National Football League as well, playing for a pretty darn good team. So we'll see what happens. The ML Sports Platter is brought to you by our good friends at Bryant and Stratton College. You can log on to bryantstratton.edu for more information and how to get your 2-year degree or 4-year degree started. And of course, we're also supported by our terrific friends at Timberbanks Golf Club, Empower Federal Credit Union, and Glazed and Confused, the official donut shop of the ML Sports Platter. Make sure you head down there, Clinton Street in Syracuse. You're in and around Central New York. It's all about Glazed and Confused. You can download and subscribe to the ML Sports Platter all over Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And of course, make sure you download and subscribe, but also leave feedback and a 5-star review. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.